good now, it most likely won't be good in 6 months. That's what I said. If it's not good now, it most likely won't be good in 6 months.
What are you doing now that's going to prepare?
Yeah, what's going to change in 6 months versus now? And what? Nothing, right? Like it's now or it's not. Or if there really is hurdles because you genuinely have real hurdles, well then let's start taking those steps.
I have too much stuff on my phone.
Oh, is that why you keep checking?
Oh, the show-off objection. I wrote show-off objection, or the know-it-all objection. I know the market. They know the market better than you guys do, right? You get those ones?
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while, yeah.
It's not the hottest one. It's usually the guy that went and took a real estate investment
Seminar. He
course
took some real estate investment.
You know, he got on Grant Cardone's little bandwagon for 6 months, and now he's the guru of.
The best part is when they say they're an investor and you ask them how many
houses
they
have you
bought,
closed this year?
and they say, oh, none yet. Do you have a hard money lender? Oh, not yet.
You paying cash? What's cash? No, it's aluminum.
I don't have cash. I got a guy.
What's cash? Yeah, I got a guy. That's another one.
Right? The guy that knows everything about the market. Those ones can be tough, right? Because again, even if you get to a safe place with them right now on that phone call or in that face-to-face visit, chances are they'll go back to their daily routine and they'll go right back to thinking they know more than everybody else, right?
Those ones I usually like to have fun with. I don't know, for some reason, those are the ones where I'm like, oh, tell me about it.
Me too.
Like, I want to hear your expertise, and then oh, what about this? And then I get them thinking, and then I get them realizing that they don't know anything.
The way that you overcome that objection, to be honest with you, is just let them feel that they know what they know. Stroke their ego. God, that's great. Can't believe you know that. You're way ahead of most consumers I deal with, to be honest with you. You make people feel good, they will want to work with you, right? And that particular personality type, all they want is to be heard.
Or petted. Nice ego.
Yes, right? That type of energy that somebody gives off, it's generally because their personality type is, I want to be right, and I want to be heard, and I want people to know that I know things. Okay, great. Let them know things, and let them feel that they know things, and make them feel good about themselves, right? While giving them the data that they need to succeed in their transaction, right? Oh, they need external input objection, which is my spouse isn't here right now, so right now probably isn't a good time. I need external, something that's not here right now, to be able to actually really have a conversation with you.
Well, who wears the pants?
Do you say that?
I tried it a couple times doing door to door because I was told to, and with my personality, it didn't really.
Who wears the pants around here?
Who wears the pants?
Okay,
in a
yeah.
relationship?
Yeah, I have experiences of how that came.
Yeah.
Well, who wears the pants?
Here's
Hey,
the
at least you're brave
reality.
enough to say it.
That's true.
Here's the reality. I'm glad you did it. I wish you would have recorded it.
Or asked him a question at his doorstep would be great, right?
But the reality of it is again, it's nothing more than objection. They know the answers. If they were on a website looking at homes, they know why they were looking at homes. They know that they have pain points that need to be met, right? Now, does it mean that they don't want to make a joint decision with their spouse? No, of course not. That's not the reality of the situation. Everyone, hopefully in a good relationship with their spouse, is having those conversations and working together collaboratively to make a decision on the home you're gonna buy. But the reality of it is they know enough that you can give them the information they need to then correlate that back to their partner, and then so on and so forth, right? Again, every objection is just getting to a safe point. You have got to ask the right questions at the right time with the right phrases to be able to make them feel safe and comfortable to have a conversation with you, right? Oh, you need to wait for your spouse. That's great. I mean, that's great that you're willing to wait for your spouse. Let me just ask you a quick question. Why were you looking in West Jordan? Is there a reason? You have family there? You know, you had a job in West, is that closer for work? People will eventually start opening up to you like, well, we were looking in West Jordan because this is what we were thinking about doing and what we wanted to do and blah, 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 right? The other objection, another objection is, I have a relative in the business. You get that one?
Or a friend.
I know somebody. I got a guy. I've got a guy in the business, right?
Is his name Tony? Does he sell every bag of van?
No, how many? Do you overcome that one, Donnie? With how many homes did they sell last year?
Yeah, I mean, are they a full-time or part-time agent? That's
Yeah.
that's one that I'll ask.
Yeah, we practiced that one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I ask him, do you like them though?
Are you committed?
You want to have them make that agent credible by asking those questions, because if they're really not credible, they're not gonna like start fighting for them. You know.
Have you
That's
bought a
when you-
home with
9
them in
times
the
out of 10,
past?
they're not going to work with that person. I'll just be honest with you.
Yeah.
Again, it's just an objection. It's nothing more than to control the conversation. Period. End of discussion.
If you ever got a lead that says they have somebody, like that's probably the truth. Like, why are they not signing up on that person's website, loyal to that person? And why doesn't that person have a website? It's like, it should be
They probably
part
do.
of their.
Most people don't like
business,
to
but-
work with people they know. I'll just be honest with you.
That's another one. Yeah.
They say, I know somebody, but at the end of the day, most people don't like to work with people they know because,
They don't want you to know their finances.
a gamut of reasons. I don't want you to know where I'm at financially.
Don't want it to affect the relationship.
I don't want
I don't want it to affect the
relationship.
relationship. I need to be able to fire you if I don't like you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Any number of reasons, right? So this idea that they don't want to work with you because they've got a cousin that's a realtor is asinine. It's not real. It's not reality. Chances are they're not going to work with that cousin because they don't want to deal with the headache of working with a relative. That's hard business. And I'm going to promise you this, that cousin isn't doing enough marketing to their sphere to really justify getting that business anyways. Right? Now, does it work for you? Meaning, if you got relatives in the business, yeah. I'm just gonna tell you right now, your relatives don't want to work with you for those exact reasons we just listed off. But if you're doing your job right, which is good marketing, good prospecting to your sphere, showing them why you are the best realtor in this business, they're gonna say, well, yeah, I'd hate not, if I had to fire Natalie, but Natalie just seems so good. She's so freaking good. Look at her. Look at her Facebook page. Look at what she's always reaching out to us. She's always on top of her shiz. She seems like she knows her stuff. Right? So if you have done your job, then that shouldn't be a problem. But I promise you, most realtors aren't doing their jobs. Right?
Yeah.
Some families are haters too. My stepsister fired me over money. Remember? My first year.
It happens.
She just didn't want me to get paid.
Oh my goodness.
And another agent got paid, just not me.
That's great. Yeah.
So yeah,
there's a
family
lot of
isn't
things that can
always
go into it.
the go-to.
It's real. It's real. And I'm just being honest with you. The data backs that people don't want to work with people they know. I'm just being honest with you. Because I want to be able to, because people want to be able to be themselves. And I'm afraid that if I be myself, that we're going to rub each other the wrong way. And I don't want to rub you because I like you. You're my friend, or you're my cousin, or you're my best friend, or you're my sister, or you're my dad, or whatever. Right? So just know that that objection is nothing more than an objection. They're probably not going to work with that person. Again, it's just a way to get you off of their back. Oh, well, hey, let me just ask you real quick. I saw you were on the site. I saw you were looking at West Jordan. What about West Jordan? Completely blow off the objection. What about West Jordan? Great.
And never worry about it too, because we've had some that we've been, like one specifically we were going out on, and they talked about, like, we showed our value, but they're like, after thinking about it, we have a friend, it was
Somebody in the church.
the Harriman one that we sold their Eagle Mountain home, that couple.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, they were gonna go list the home, but then they met with their friend agent after meeting us, and they're like, oh man, there's a big difference in like
Mhm.
what we do compared to what this person does, and they came back and worked with us.
That's cool.
So.
Are there any other objections you guys can think of? Those are the standard ones that I've dealt with in this business, in my coaching and my training and a lot of a lot of the work that I've done with realtors, those tend to be the most standard objections we see in this business. And you might see some random one-offs here and there or whatever. I also have the last objection, which is they gave you a bunch and now they're just trying to throw one last like kitchen sink at you, you know? And you know what's funny is if you have good conversations with people and you have good energy with them and they keep trying to throw these objections at you, and at the end of the day, they're like, well, I just kind of like you know, because at the end of the day, you guys connected, you know, and they want to work with you. Well, all right, yeah, we'd love to meet up, you know, or whatever. I don't know. Are you asking your realtors to get an appointment set up face to face, or how do you?
We prefer face to face, but Zoom's okay too.
Well, face to face is always the first.
Do you try to have them come into the office or meet them at their house?
If you can get them out to a showing first, that's always the best, because then they're looking at houses and they're excited.
That's the fun.
That's the best. That's in my opinion the best. But otherwise, get them in for a consult in the office, coffee shop, wherever they want to do it. Natalie's got one in the office tonight. So.
Yeah, this is my first one in the office though. Normally I go to their house or meet them for lunch or whatever. I'll buy them lunch or buy them coffee.
Really, it's just about getting them to the appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Get that next
Get in
step.
front of them.
Oh, the appointment's everything. It's just, I'll just tell you right now, if you can't set up appointments, you ain't making money in this business. If that's your hurdle, then you gotta fix it. Right? Because that's where you make
Find out
money.
what's wrong in your scripting and fix it.
Yep, you gotta find out where you're weak and you gotta make it your strength. Because that's where you make money in this business, is appointment setting.
And don't let that scare you. That comes with time. But you gotta just do the first step, which is get on the phones.
Mm-hmm.
Get on the phones, fail. Figure out.
Make failing fun.
But be aware, like you're
Make
saying.
failing
that's
fun.
Learn from each one.
The more fun you're having failing, the better. Just to be honest with you. Because if you make failing miserable, you just aren't gonna wanna make calls tomorrow and the next day and so on and so forth. Right? And I'm not talking about just cold calling. I'm not just talking about leads that the team might offer you. I'm talking about calling your family. I'm talking about calling your friends. I'm talking about all of it. Make failing fun. Right? Because that's what this business is about. That's what any business is about. And anybody that says that they can't relate, they're lying. Because anybody that has a job has to sell something. I don't care what your job is. You are a salesman at some facet in level or anything, right? Everyone is doing something. I don't care if you're a teacher, I don't care if you're a doctor, you're selling something. I don't care what it is. So everyone can relate to the experiences that you're going through in this journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm specifically talking about family and friends. Don't be afraid to market to your family and friends. I'm saying, right? It's a little bit easier if you don't know. I don't know John Smith. I'll call him if he's a jerk. Great, I'll just hang up and throw him on the do not call list or whatever, Make failing fun and make it fun calling to your sphere, setting up appointments with your sphere, having one-on-ones with your sphere, growing your book of business that way. It's a must, right? Are there any other questions?
Nothing for me.
I'm good.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
And if you ever want to get together one-on-one and just talk,
Candidly.
yeah, well, just anything, just reach out. I'm a resource for you guys. Like I said, Don and I have been working together for years, so just reach out if I can help you with anything, with contacting, with how to contact, you've got these great coaches here. They know what they're doing, But sometimes it helps to have another outsider's perspective on what can be done outside of what you currently might be doing,
For me, the repeated theme though that I keep hearing is discipline.
Accountability.
Get out of your way of being a failure, because you're gonna fail and you're gonna fail often. Enjoy it, learn from it, turn it into a positive. And another big one that I know a lot of us aren't doing, and I'll point the finger at me, is just as much as tracking your numbers. How do we know what's working for us and how do we know what's not?
That's another one of my big things that I do. I've done a couple trainings on them, specifically tracking your numbers. But the reality of it is, the gist of it is if you are tracking your own personal numbers and you know where your weak links are, you can fix them. Right? Now again, that can be scary, because do you really want to fix them? Right? That's the question you gotta ask yourself. Do I want to get better at that?
Or just admitting that you're not great at it. I have an inflated ego, I'm great at everything. And then when we crunch numbers in Tony's office, there's some weak chains in my armor.
Yeah.
So-
You look at it and you're like, well, wait, this chain is long, but look at how rusty that one's got a hole in that kink over there, and
That one's being held together by a freaking paper clip.
You know, it's like, so-
Situation.
the reality of it is you have got to just find the joy and the love of just communicating with people, getting better at that, getting better at creating safety within yourself and with them. And if you can find a love in failure, this business can be fun. This business can be fun and a lot of money.
I think I enjoyed failure more when I was a beginner than I do now for
Yeah.
some reason. Like now it hurts.
But now you expect more from
Well,
yourself.
yeah, before it was like, ha, that was freaking awesome. I sucked so bad at that. Now it's like,
Well, I hope you guys were able to get some things from this, and
Oh, this was great.
Yeah, thank you.
and
Yeah, give him a hand.
thank you.
I am, however, because it was a distraction the entire
Thank
thing.
you.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
Gray, black, gray, blue freaking socks. You're
Oh,
killing me.
My,
Hey, you put out
my ankle socks.